Hello everyone, Daniel Trains UK here and welcome to my first ever Railway News of the Late Week live stream. Coming up in this week's news, Transport for Wales have finally withdrawn all their Class 142 pacers. East Midlands Railway have recently announced that a power car will be repainted into a livery. The livery is still unconfirmed, so we'll have to wait and see. LSL is due to open a brand new railway museum at the old Margate Hornby site. And a Class 68 Chiltern train caught fire this week. Well, you'll have to find out more. This is Daniel Trains UK, and let's cue So, welcome to this week's news. Apologies about that, a couple of technical problems. I'm still getting used to the new software at the moment. Anyway, we're going to get straight on into the news, starting off with Transport for Wales 142 pacers. A bit of an irrelevant photograph, I do apologise, but I have never ever travelled on Transport for Wales' 142s, which is basically a pacer. Have now all finally been withdrawn and scrapped, apart from one, which is 142006, which has been privately bought somewhere. I'm not sure where it's off to. I will try and find out in the next few weeks, but yeah, all TFW pacers have now been scrapped. It would have been nice if they could have saved more of them, but most of the northern 142s have been saved, so hopefully I should be travelling on them on preserved railways in the next few months. Next up, East Midlands Railway have announced showing some photographs of one of their ex-LNER power cars being stripped of its livery. Now, it is currently being repainted, I think at Neville Hill, but the livery has so far been unconfirmed of what it will actually be. Now, there are rumours that it will be either the new East Midlands Railway Purple Intercity Executive or even Intercity Swallow, but none of these are confirmed at the moment. I will eventually confirm later in a later news video. Next up, Chiltern Railway's 68s have been in the news recently. One of their 68s, which I think is actually the one in the photograph actually, caught fire while running, I think it was running the 1037 London Marylebone to Birmingham Moor Street. It caught fire after a report of a fire after an explosion in the engine room. Now, I don't know what's happened to the loco, whether it's been taken away for repairs or whatever, but because of lockdown, I currently can't go out at the moment. Hopefully we should see that back into service sometime soon. Next up, LSL have announced that they will be opening a new railway museum in Margate. They have been given permission to use the old Hornby factory at Margate to preserve old locos and carriages. Now, locos have already been put in this museum, a steam engine, a Class 40, a 47, and part of an old Eurostar has also been put in there. Unfortunately though, it will not open until next year, which is a bit disappointing, but they are hoping to be expanding it, so hopefully when it opens I'll be able to go and visit it. Next up, Avanti West Coast has been in the news a lot recently. I'm going to start off with the Super Voyager, and then I've also got a report on Pinolino. So, Super Voyagers recently have been receiving the brand new Avanti West Coast livery. The first one was 221115 was the first one to receive the brand new livery. It has been out recently. Unfortunately, because of the lockdown, I have been unable to see it. However, I have seen some photographs on it, and it is a full livery Voyager. It's not the half one like the Pendolinos are at the moment. So hopefully I'll see that when I get back out. Also in the reports for Voyagers, Voyager 221116 unfortunately derailed at Scotland's depot up north. It was coupled to another one, I think it was 221142, derailed in the depot last week. So this one's out of use at the moment as the damage has been quite severe. Anyway, on the bit of Avanti West Coast, let's move on to the Pendolinos. Recently, the Pendolinos have started receiving the second phase of the livery, the full livery, like 390, 155 and 156 have received the full livery when they started. 390, 123 was the first Pendolino to receive the full livery out of the two which I just mentioned about. The only change of the livery is the A, which they had on some of the coaches, and apparently the staff said that they were actually confusing passengers, as the A being coach A for the train. So that's the only bit that's changed. Apart from that, most of the livery is the same. And sticking with Pendolinos, 39138 has been taken out of service recently after running a hot axe while running, I think it was the 1838 from Glasgow Central to London Euston. It ran a hot axe outside Lockerbie and ended up being stuck out all night. It then got shunted into a sidings the next morning before having a wheel skate fitted to its wheels. It has now eventually arrived at the depot 3 days after the incident. So yeah, half good news, half bad news with Avanti West Coast. And they also have been problems with their fleet recently. The remarkable thing was a Voyager got put on the Liverpool Lime Street service the one day. Unfortunately, because of the lockdown, I couldn't go and see it, so it was a bit disappointing. But never mind, it was interesting to see on Railcam. Quickfire news, quick few news reports. A blockade is planned for Manchester in the summer holidays, where they will be upgrading track between Manchester Victoria and Staley Bridge. So trains will be diverted via Manchester Piccadilly. This is for 16 days. So if you are travelling, it is in August, July, August time. So more information will be posted eventually about this. So if you are travelling then, or if we are out of lockdown by then, please check before you travel for that. GBRF have released some footage recently of their brand new Class 69, which has managed to run under its own power. The loco will now be tested at the Severn Valley Railway in Kidderminster. So if you are down there after the lockdown, you might actually see it out for a change. Bombardier have been granted a multi-million-pound sum by the UK government after they have suffered from the COVID-19 pandemic. There also has been reports recently of Bombardier of Alstom buying Bombardier. I think that's true. I'm not sure. I'll have to look into that for a future news report. Transport for Wales's Mark IV sets, which is the new WAG, will enter service in summer this year. I'm quite looking forward to that because I've never ever travelled on the WAG, not even when it was the Mark IIIs. I did have a chance at one time to travel on them to Cardiff. Unfortunately though, I didn't go on the trip. I can't remember what I was doing, so I was a bit gutted about that. But yes, the TFW Mark IVs should be in service. They are running test runs at the moment if you want to watch them on Railcab. They usually come into platform 9 at Crewe, but double check real-time trains if you want to watch that. Northern's Class 769s are due to enter service in March 2021, which is this year, sorry. They have been pushed back and back and back after technical problems, and training has been very, very slow on it, but hopefully they should be entering service soon to replace some older stock. Northern are also looking at getting more units built by the CAF, the CA, who built their new trains. They're looking to get more on order from the manufacturer. I don't know how long that's going to be, but that's still early news at the moment. Vintage Trains have acquired 3 Class 144 DMUs, so they're Pacers. They used to operate with Northern. Most of them have been preserved. Don't think any 144s have actually been scrapped. So that's good. So hopefully we should see them out on the main line pretty soon, hopefully. Class 180s have entered service with East Midlands Railway. The livery looks really good on it, apart from the seating accommodation, which has not been updated. So it's a bit of a shame that that's not been updated, but hopefully they'll get overhauled in the next few years. Class 707s from South Western Railway have now started to transfer over to South Eastern. So hopefully they are now on test. I think 2 have been transferred. I'm not sure of the numbers, so I'll have to look for next time. And 4 basing on South Western Railway, they're 701s, I think it is, have been delayed, unfortunately. Now, a lot of people for some reason, don't seem to like them. Don't ask why, I haven't got a clue. So, yeah, Transport for Wales have recently released some images of their new trains, which will be coming into service. We're also replacing the 175s, the 158s, the 150s, and I think the 153s. I'm not sure about the 153s, whether they're staying. It will be sad to see 153 going. I don't know what that is, something downstairs. And that is about it for now. So thank you very much for watching this for my first live. If you want to follow me on Instagram, my Instagram's there, and my Twitter is also there. I do put updates on there, and also some photographs. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you soon. Bye.